Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another video, man. You already know we're gonna keep these videos coming. As long as you guys liking up the video, subscribing if you're new, okay. Make sure you guys do like up and sub up. Alright, because I do help out the channel a lot. And I appreciate you guys doing that. You already know, man. Let's go ahead and get into the video. I won't make this intro too long. See what's going on in here.
Like when you first learn America is a corporation and it's ran by world banks, don't got nothing to do with, and the government don't have no power for real.
Passed by Congress, the Act of 1871 provided a government for the 10-mile parcel of land known as the District of Columbia, allowing Washington, D.C. to act as a corporation outside of the original Constitution of the United States. The Act of 1871 changed our country's founding fathers' original Constitution for the United States for America to the Constitution of the United States of America. A mixture of subtle yet impactful wording, as well as cleverly marketing this act as a way to unify the territorial government for the entire District of Columbia, are contributing factors to how such a major act flew under the radar, ultimately overturning the United States constitutional republic. Since 1871, the federal government has usurped nearly all the power that was formerly held in the hands of the people. How on earth was Congress able to pass a separate constitution and incorporate the United States? In 1871, the U.S. was going through a lot of turmoil. The nation was pretty broke and vulnerable after the Civil War. And the London Bakers, also known as the Rothschilds, who, side note, wish I could get through a video without having to mention them, were ready to make a deal with Congress to remedy that turmoil. The Rothschilds and other European financiers made a lot of credit available in the aftermath of the Civil War, as a means to 1. Fight Lincoln's greenback monetary system, and 2. Collect interest.
Peep how she said greenback. So the money that we holding up, we working for every day, it doesn't even have no intrinsic worth. Commodity money means it's backed by a resource, gold, something, oil. The money that we get, that green dollar, the money that's in your bank account, the bank can take that at any time, bro. It's not worth nothing, and it's not secured.
System, and 2. Collect interest from those who desperately needed the money, which would be the United States government at the time. A corporation, by definition, is a legal entity separate from its owners. In its most notable feature, a corporation protects its owners from personal liability for corporate debts and obligations, well, within limits.
To look at is the president is the chief executive officer of this corporation called the United States of America.
But why would y'all need a whole separate corporation if we running under one constitution and we are the people? And that means they didn't use one treaty to get in another treaty to get in another. Listen, these people are the mastermind, diabolical scientists, bro. Like, the things that these people think of is crazy. It's like they playing with information that precedes the time we in now. And then you hear about things like the government is always 100 years ahead, or it used to be like 50 years ahead, but now who knows, thousands of years ahead. And I find this post interesting to say, when the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. And I feel like this post is powerful because, have you ever been taught about symbolism in school? The most you've been taught is square, triangle, but you thought it's just a shape, or image. This means this, happy, sad. Like, they do not ever teach us symbolism. You ain't never got a course on that. Yet it's used everywhere in the day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying? And people that start to open up their pineal gland and start to question their reality for what it is, your frequency makes the earth shake. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, you're going to have people belittling you, or you're going to have agents of chaos, agents of the matrix trying to say that you're crazy. But you got to understand they deep in a rabbit hole, like the Plato's cave theory. They say we deep in a rabbit hole, but we really about to come out the top. You know what I'm saying? You can't get trapped with too much information. But when you're not seeking nothing, Nathaniel, you're just a slave, bro. This is where you got the most people in this section. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like they free because they got money. But the whole time you still bind it down and you're still working for somebody, even with all that money. But then that's not with everybody. So come on. We gotta lock in for this video.
Made money within a very short span of time has to be part of it. And you think that Mike Zuckerberg owns Facebook? He's a puppet.
Come on.
Facebook was created for their manipulation.
Come on.
Same thing with YouTube. Same thing with WhatsApp and Instagram and Netflix and everything. How did
How?
Only with the power
This is so
of the
convenient, huh?
ultimate endless money of the world. And it's much more than that. World War I was designed by them. World War II designed by them. Federal Reserve, which people think belongs to the American government. Doesn't belong to the government even. It's a private organization.
Okay, it's the reason why I played that. Because a lot of people, y'all say, oh, the Simpsons predicted this, they predicted this. But y'all pick and choose of what you believe is staged. You pick and choose and what, listen, the whole America is ran off marketing because it's owned by private organizations. Everybody they have ever showed you to be somebody that's a boss, a leader, a head honcho within this matrix, this world stage that we looking at is a puppet man. They would never show the faces of who really running this ever. You know what I'm saying? So for people to go vote, believe in things, to get mad at presidents, to get mad at any of these people are all working on the behalf of somebody else. They're agents of a company. Just their employees. Everybody we see are employees. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell yourself, detox and ground yourself, come to nature sometimes. Because this hectic world of illusions can have you misguided. Even when it comes to people talking about the awakening and the consciousness rising, you think they not peeping people waking up and people being conscious. You think they're not subconsciously planning their signs and symbols to put you back under sleep? But anyway, think about that next time you want to argue about somebody over skin color or over their race or what they prefer to do in their sex life. Shit is dumb. You know what I'm saying? But when you see posts like this, like we can have this, but the majority, nobody's voting for this. This is strategically organized to usurp the energy off the planet. Because me personally, I believe you got a race of beings that's not from here, that's not from Earth, that get not even a kick. They survive off of humans. And they tell you slavery don't exist no more. But you go to jail, you go to other parts of the world, they think America racist. You go to Mexico, you go to different parts of the world, you really see some racists.
Have no actual food in them. We buy gallons of poisonous household cleaners when one degradable soft soap will do. We are poisoning our homes and wasting our hard-earned money for no good reason. Why? Because the advertising industry tells us to. They just want you to buy stuff. For example, if a company pollutes the environment or uses bad business practices, if you don't buy their stuff, they will change. If you don't want food with chemicals or GMOs in it, don't buy it.
But I'm going to tell you why that'll never work. Because there's too many people that took the blue pill and they don't want to think about it. They want convenience. For as long as people want convenience, people will forever be asleep. Just the fact that that post said, if people start reading symbolism, the veil will get unlifted. How many people in your day-to-day life do you think will sit here and start breaking down and learning symbolism and doing their due diligence? Half the time when you talk about people doing their due diligence and learning new information, they don't want to learn when they're not in school, when they're not sitting down at it. They don't want to learn no more because the way school taught us to learn and gain knowledge is it make it like, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying we lazy, because people be motivated to go to the club. People be motivated to destroy themselves, but they don't be motivated to grow life and be in creation. That's because we've been taught that destruction is just so good, so good. You know what I'm saying? But we don't recognize it. Even when it comes to the Pope and all them. Puppet. Even when it comes to all these secret societies, bro. I feel like these are the people that's truly are the connections to the private organizations. Like even when you think about the police, the government, all of them, they answer to somebody. Those are all fraternities. They got a boss. So it's no point to take your frustration out of people that's pawns on the chessboard. You know what I'm saying? What it's gonna take for you is to have knowledge yourself. That's why they say knowledge is power. When you know better, you do better. When you know better, you think better. When you know better, you act better. You know what I'm saying? Ways you can liberate yourself out of their dogmatic teachings. Try to eat healthier. Try to think clearer. Take more time when you ain't looking at these black screens. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about waking up and having the most information, because if you're not applying none of the information, half the things you're learning are just keeping you docile and weak. You know what I'm saying? Or they limiting you. So a lot of things you got to let go, but you do got to add on. But this is why they say the victor writes the history, right? Why we won't learn about the old world, because whatever was going on in the old world was clearly covered up by the people that's running shit now. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to be in them times to see the inventions and the creation. We know majority of the things that they using now, they pull from inventory. Like how have we really progressed when this was San Francisco in 1800 and this SF today? and that stuff look garbage if you go there. It look like an old abandoned city. You know what I'm saying? Like this is Buffalo, New York, 1901. You tell me they built this temporarily? This was just all there temporarily. And the antennas on the building made me think how they snatched the antennas off the top and put they persons up there, they statues up there. Even the cross-dressing man on the Statue of Liberty, that original post is ancient. Most people didn't realize we on
Time during that war. I do know that, and I think that that's really ironic, you know, that nobody said, well, maybe the president had an influence on this violent behavior, because that's not the way the media wants to take it and spin and turn it into fear, because then you're watching television, you're watching the news, you're being pumped full of fear. There's floods, there's AIDS, there's murder. Cut to commercial. Buy the Acura, buy the Colgate. If you have bad breath, they're not going to talk to you. If you got pimples, the girl's not going to fuck you. And it's just it's a campaign of fear and consumption. And that's what I think that it's all based on, is the whole idea that keep everyone afraid and they'll consume. Time during that war. I do know that, and I think that that's really...
That's true, bro. That's real, bro. That is exactly what's going on. Just people just consuming every day, man. What's the next football game? What's the next NBA game? You know, like that's real. Damn.
really ironic.
Man.
The whole point of this system,
Gotta
this
take time
matrix
to
that we
stop
live
doing it
in,
sometimes.
is to keep you in your root chakra, to keep you in that hell-like state, to keep you from ascending up to heaven, to your crown chakra. And I'm going to break this down by using the eye of Horus and its senses. Right here it says the eye of Horus also represents how much energy our mind spends for each of the 6 senses. We are going to go over sight, and we're going to go over taste. For sight, they will use color psychology for red and yellow. If you don't know, red and yellow induces hunger. It induces awareness, alertness. This is why you see most of the restaurants down your street that's red and yellow, because it attracts you. It's color psychology, and these colors are also targeting your chakras. When you eat these types of foods, you feel, here it is again, Wendy's, you feel low vibrational. I know y'all be feeling low vibrational in your root chakra. You know what I'm saying? That's that hell-like state. You know what I'm saying? They use color psychology. Let's look at Wendy. Red hair. Who else got red hair? McDonald's. They do this for a reason, y'all. It's not a coincidence. It's color psychology. You know what I'm saying? And also for taste. It's the food. These foods are very low vibrational. You know what I'm saying? So the whole point of this is to keep you in that hell-like state, y'all. Those colors, the foods, all of it is to keep you from ascending to heaven. It's to keep you bound to this third dimensional realm, to this system that we live in. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to ascend to a higher level of consciousness, to a higher level of knowing, because they want to keep you here. And the root chakra deals with lust, envy, greed, you know what I'm saying, hate, you know what I'm saying, things in that nature, that hell-like state. And when you in the system, when you in the matrix, that's, you know what I'm saying, where those emotions come from, until you raise your awareness and consciousness to a heaven-like state. You know what I'm saying? And, but this is the system. They use color psychology to target parts of your brain and your chakras to draw you in. That's why they use those colors. You know what I'm saying? That's why the eye of Horus is the way it is with all the 6 senses. Because they use all of these 6 senses to draw you in and to keep you down to this 3D realm. You know what I'm saying? Down to your root chakra. The whole point of this system, this matrix.
Yeah, I believe in that. That color psychology, I definitely believe in that. Cause you think about it, bro. They could have used purple. They could have used any color. They choose to use red and just like so strategic. Like they could have used blue, any color, green, but they choose that color right there just to mess with us. And it's crazy because I didn't even know, like, most people don't know that they're being attacked like that, so it's crazy. But they know what they be doing, man. It's definitely something about the color psychology too. So make me wonder, like, how did they learn this? But whatever. Maybe I'm going too deep. Let me calm down. It's just a video.
If you see a kangaroo in the water, run away. Kangaroos have a very dark and creepy side. For example, this is a kangaroo waiting patiently for you to drown in the water. This is the dark side of kangaroos. First of all, male kangaroos are very muscular. They look a bit like humans, capable of killing you in a bloody boxing match. Males can fight violently to establish dominance and gain access to females. Their fighting involves punches and powerful kicks, which can cause serious injury. Interactions between humans and kangaroos are often impressive. But it's not the creepiest thing, believe me. Kangaroos have a vicious way of luring their victims. For example, when chased by dingoes, they'll run to the nearest waterhole and position themselves in the water at arm's length. Then they'll stand straight and still, staring balefully at their opponent, waiting for them to come and get them. The dingo will then dive into the water, and the kangaroo can drown him. And here's a man who saved his dog from a kangaroo.
Look at my dog.
If you see a kangaroo in the water, run away.
You're acting like you all right. Like, dude, cut it out, man. You a whole kangaroo. Get out of here, man.
Mama Joe, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just like she said it.
You do what you have to do to stay strong. Save the family.
You gotta do what you gotta do to save the family, is what she said. And that's exactly what she did. This is her and her husband when they got married, when they was young. There was an unknown force or an unknown stranger or unknown species that was with them, as you can see. And this species told them that one day in the future, you will lose your house, which is going to break up your family. And she said, I don't want my family to be broken up. So what do I have to do? The unknown species said, I can give you the money for when that day comes, you will not lose your house. And she said, okay, but the unknown force are in it. So this unknown person said, okay, I can give you the money for when that day comes, you won't lose your house. But in exchange, you have to give me a soul. And the husband was willing to give up his soul, but the wife wouldn't let him. They was arguing over it, and she was scared. So the unknown force said, how about this? How about when he dies, I can transfer his soul into your works? And she said, what do you mean by that? So the unknown force said, it's quite simple. The house is going to get them to come together, but you want them to stay together. And the only way they can stay together is through the food, through your labor, through your works, through your cooking, by putting soul in it. Every time they eat your food, it touches their soul, and it's going to make them come back for more and more and more, which is going to keep the family together through the soul of your husband, through your works. She liked it, that idea, and she agreed. But the unknown person said, it's one more thing. Since you agreed to this, and your husband will be in your works, you can have no contact or communication with any brothers or sisters until you die. Notice she got a brother named Uncle Pete that's aware of this agreement that they had made. So since he can't have no contact with the sister, he has to lock himself in the room, and that is why he's locked in the room. He can have no contact until she dies. That's the agreement. But how will he know when she dies? Well, it's quite simple. It's through the cooking how he will know, because the cooking has soul in it. Remember, they was trying desperately to get him out of his room, and he would not come out. Towards the end, when Mama Joe dies, he comes out the room. But how did he know that she died if he stays in the room?
She's dead.
Well, the soul is in the food, and he know that. So when he took the food, he knew that it was Big Mama's Joe food. Notice that when she cooked the food, he took the plate. But when he took the plate, he opened the door and put the plate back out, which means that he knows that she's dead. And remember, the unknown creature told him that the house would be for sale, which is going to break up the family. But remember, the unknown person said if you give up the soul, they'll have the money for you in that day to save the house. And they did have the money.
You do what you have to do to stay strong. Save the family. You do what you have to do to stay strong. Save the family.
Mama Joe, you got...
How to raise your frequency the easy way.
Einstein once said, "Everything in life is vibration." What does it mean to say that everything is vibration? At the most basic level, everything in the universe, every atom, every cell, every star, and even our thoughts and feelings are in a state of motion. This motion generates energy or vibration. When matter vibrates, it produces energy, and this energy manifests as the physical world we see, touch, and experience. Even the things that seem solid are vibrating, although at a frequency that we can't perceive. Your thoughts, your emotions, your attitudes, they all carry specific vibrations that influence the course of your life. If you generate positive thoughts and emotions, you create positive vibrations that attract good things into your life. The law of attraction, which you may have heard of, operates on this very principle. It says that like attracts like. High vibrations attract positive outcomes, and low vibrations attract negative ones. So how can you raise your vibration? Here are 7 ways to raise your emotional and spiritual vibrations. Gratitude. You've probably heard the saying, where focus goes, energy flows, and it couldn't be truer when it comes to gratitude. The act of focusing on what you're grateful for not only pulls you out of negative emotions, but also shifts your entire energetic state to a higher frequency. This isn't just a flowery spiritual concept, it's backed by science, with studies showing that practicing gratitude can have tangible health benefits, such as reducing stress and improving mental well-being. First of all, gratitude acts as an immediate energy shifter. Imagine you're having a bad day. Everything seems to be going wrong. The moment you shift your focus to something you're thankful for, your emotional state begins to change. Your attention moves away from what's lacking or stressful to what is abundant and soothing. The simple act of acknowledging the good, even if it's just the blue sky or a cup of coffee, has the power to shift your mood and elevate your vibrational frequency instantly.
That's real.
When you focus on gratitude, you're essentially sending out positive vibrations. According to the law of attraction, those high vibration feelings attract more things to be grateful for. So you end up creating a positive loop of energy. You're grateful, so you attract good things. Good things happen, so you feel more gratitude. It's a beautiful cycle that fuels itself. And gratitude builds emotional resilience. When life throws challenges your way, a grateful mindset helps you keep perspective. It's not about denying difficulties, but about framing them. Every obstacle becomes a lesson you're thankful for, making you more resilient and better equipped to face future challenges. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a transformative force that elevates your vibration. deepens your spiritual connection, and spreads positivity like wildfire. Love. Love operates on an immensely powerful frequency and holds the capability to transform your life. Imagine someone you deeply love for a moment. It can flood your system with a variety of feel-good chemicals like dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. Not just that, you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency. It's an immediate shift from scarcity to abundance, from lack to completeness. Love is a full state of being. There's no room for negativity, worry, or fear when you're filled with love. What makes love particularly potent is that it heals. Whether it's a bad day, a broken heart, or a lifelong struggle, love has the unparalleled power to heal. It brings back color to a gray world, adds flavor to life when things seem bland. Have you ever noticed how the mere presence of a loved one can make pain more bearable? Or how a simple, heartfelt hug can wash away hours of stress? That's the elixir of love working its magic. Love is not limiting, it is expansive. When you love, your heart grows to make room for more. And the beautiful part, the more you love, the more love you attract. Like a magnet, your loving energy draws people, opportunities, and even more reasons to love towards you. The effect is exponential. It's as though the universe itself leans in to listen to the heart that beats with genuine love. Love is also the catalyst for your soul's growth. Through love, you step into your true essence. Every act rooted in love elevates your spiritual awareness and brings you closer to your higher self. Love adds layers to your being and depth to your soul. What's truly awe-inspiring is how love connects you to the fabric of the universe. Love transcends the physical plane. It's a universal language that the soul understands. When you love, you actively participate in the universe's grand creation. Your high vibrational energy intertwines with the cosmic energy, creating a harmony that is ineffable. It's important to note that love also involves setting healthy boundaries. Loving yourself means knowing when to say no, understanding your worth, and not settling for less than you deserve. This is also a form of high vibrational energy, for when you set boundaries, you make room for healthier, more aligned forms of love to enter your life. Don't limit love to a feeling, make it a lifestyle. Every decision you make, every interaction you have, let it be guided by love. You don't even have to make grand gestures. Even small, everyday acts of kindness are powerful expressions of love. Generosity. When you give freely, without expecting anything in return, you engage in a divine act that elevates your vibration to unparalleled heights. The first thing to understand about generosity is that it's an unlocker of abundance. When you give, you are operating from a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. You're saying, I have enough to share. This shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, and in doing so, you're attracting more abundance into your life. You might think you're depleting your resources by giving, but in actuality, you're setting the stage for them to multiply. Every act of generosity is an energetic exchange between the giver and the receiver. The person receiving feels seen, loved, and taken care of, while you, the giver, experience an immediate surge in your vibrational energy. Why? Because acts of generosity align you with your highest self, which naturally exists in a state of compassion, love, and abundance. Just like love and gratitude, generosity also has the power to heal. If you're feeling low, disconnected, or restless, try giving. As you mentioned, if you're feeling poor, give a little to charity. If you're feeling lonely, uplift someone else's day. You'll find that as you give, a sense of purpose fills you. Your issues may not vanish, but their grip on you weakens, replaced by a newfound sense of joy and fulfillment. The beautiful thing about generosity is its universality. You don't need to be rich or powerful to give. You can give your time, your love, your knowledge, or even a simple smile. The universe doesn't discriminate between big or small acts of generosity. the vibrational shift occurs regardless of the scale. Generosity also expands your sense of self. In giving, you break down the ego's barriers that scream, me, 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 and allow yourself to connect with others at a soul level. This not only enhances your own spiritual journey, but also creates a collective rise in vibrational frequency. Your generosity acts like a spark that can ignite a fire of giving in others, leading to a collective elevation of energy. It's also important to approach generosity with groundedness. Giving shouldn't be a chore or an act of self-deprivation. Balanced generosity includes knowing when to give and when to hold back for your well-being. In being generous, don't forget to be generous to yourself.
How to raise your frequency the easy way.
Hold on. My mic was muted. My mic was muted. It's okay. That was a long little video right there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to keep the rest of them short.
Life is about to get much crazier, so if you are woke, congratulations, you passed the test. Once you wake up, you will realize that something is always watching you. Are you being watched? Reason why they are watching you is because time is up. The word watch and watch, it's the same thing. Well, how does this mean watch? And this mean watch when it's two different things. It's a spell. I really hate when spiritual people say we are just having some kind of experience. No, we are really living in hell, a nightmare story. We all heard about the story of Adam and Eve. They try to tell us the truth, but they didn't really tell us the truth. They never tell us the truth. We have to figure it out for ourselves. Once the serpent came into the garden, it destroyed our whole story. When we was just spirits and before we came to the physical world, we had an agreement of a collective consciousness. The agreement was for us to live forever. We created a program called heaven where it was paradise on earth. But once the snake came, it got rid of everything. Before the snake came here, we were fifth dimensional beings. We had a straight path to heaven. But once the serpent came, our straight path became like an obstacle course where we forgot where to go at. The snake gave us a journey. We were never on a journey, we overstood it. Now we on some kind of spiritual journey because we are stuck inside of the snake. Never forget that this language is a spell. When you writing in cursive, you're writing in the language of the snake. This universe is a hologram. It is a program. Everything is being programmed through the mind. But once we bit the apple, everything changed forever. Don't this Apple logo look kind of familiar? Apple Adam and Eve bit is the same Apple that is being used on Apple computer. Look at their slogan, think different. Once we bit the apple, we started thinking different. Please follow the breadcrumbs they always tell you. We went from walking a straight path, then when a snake came, we got lost. Look at the patterns. It looked like a snake is actually moving, right? Words are powerful spells. Be careful what you say. You know how they tell people, go get a mortgage and make sure you pay off your mortgage. Did you know that the word mortgage really means death pledge? And when you pay off your mortgage, there's always a percentage. Please look at the percentage sign. Look at the 1s and 0 computer code that we are living in. 1s and 0. The percentage logo is just 0s and 1s. You got the 0, you got the 1, and you got another 0. But they force everyone to get a mortgage, which is a death pledge. But we had a word mortgage and mortician. What's really going on? You know that mortgage is the death pledge. This is a mortician. I'm trying to understand why is the first 3 letters in funeral F-U-N. What's fun about a funeral? This is a hearse, something that leaves a funeral. So why is the word hearse in rehearsal? Unless it's just a play, a rehearsal. When this earth reset, we should be the ones that write new scripts and take back over because it's really our world. For more info, ebook, link in the bio. Life is about to get much crazier, so if you are...
Watch out for Leo Torres.
No, but I don't know if you saw the Ellen live. Ellen went live, right?
Ellen live on what? Like Instagram?
Like Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And like it showed parts of her house, but all the paintings that are in her house are done by this guy who does like I guess like certain rituals, like satanic rituals.
Yeah.
You watch this video, the camera creeps inside of her house and you can see that weird evil thoughts picture. I looked up the artist and he's into some really satanic stuff. And that's not even the weird thing. Look at this picture of Ellen sitting inside of her home. This is the picture that was right behind her. Now look at the letters on top. These are the same letters that you write out during satanic rituals. Look at this picture of her cutting her mother's hair. Now Now look at the picture above her head and try and figure it out.
One, it was so fucked, but in quotation marks, it spells out revenge.
Revenge of what though?
Revenge, I don't know, but that was part of the picture. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I have a chain that's exactly like that spells out revenge. Like, I gotta throw that shit away.
Is that why you don't wear it now?
Yeah, I don't wear it anymore.
Do you think certain words, if you always kind of hold on to the meaning of it, does it fuck you up?
That's what my friend told me. He said, no, but I don't know if you saw the,
These celebrities.
An Indian man has grown rice on his head. He is a famous ascetic in the area. To ensure better growth for the rice, he has developed the habit of sleeping while sitting up. He can sense when the rice is in need of water through the skin of his scalp. When his scalp feels dry, he waters his head, leading to a bountiful growth of rice. At harvest time, he gathers the rice to make a delicious meal and then replants it, continuing this cycle for decades. Some may find his actions foolish, but he explains that his head is a symbol of vitality, beyond the understanding of ordinary people. When a reporter asked to see under his turban, the ascetic agreed, and they saw how the rice roots were intertwined with his hair without causing him discomfort. Perhaps this is his way of spiritual practice. Some people are very interested in the rice on his head and have offered money for it, which angers the ascetic, as he sees it as a sign of disrespect. The ascetic agreed to the interview because he wanted the world to know that rice can be grown on one's head and to inspire others to have strong physiques like his. What are your thoughts on this? An Indian man has grown rice on his head. He is a...
I don't know if that's real, but if it is, I don't know how he did that. Y'all think that's real? I don't know. I think that's fake.
These celebrities disappeared and were never found.
Celebrities that disappeared and were never found. Bison Dele played in the NBA for 8 years and even won a championship with Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls in 1997. In 1999, he abruptly retired from basketball at the age of 30, walking away from a 5-year, $36 million contract. On July 6, 2002, Dele, his older brother Miles Dayboard, his girlfriend Serena Carla, and skipper Bertrand Saldo left Tahiti on Dele's catamaran. Only Dayboard was seen or heard from after July 8. 2 months later, Dayboard was caught in Phoenix trying to buy $150,000 worth of gold using his brother's name, but he was not arrested. Dele's boat was eventually located in Tahiti, riddled with bullet holes that had been patched up. Dayboard was suspected of killing all three and dumping them overboard, but he took his life via an insulin overdose in September 2002. Before he could be charged with anything, the bodies of Dele, Carla, and Saldo have never been found.
By the way, this video is scripted and for entertainment purposes only. Stay weird.
These celebrities disappeared and were never found.
Okay, I have a question. I have a really good question for you. And this relates to Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Because Attack on Titan just finished. Now, I really need your opinion. Okay, check this out. So, Eren Yeager, the main character of Attack on Titan, his goal was to destroy the rest of civilization because they are trying to kill his people.
Okay.
Now, every single other country, every single other person, they're against his people, have put them in prejudice, have put them, like, literally deem them as monsters because they can turn into Titans.
Okay.
Now, they're dangerous, though. They are dangerous. But he decided to use the power to retaliate. Because if they don't attack...
Yeah, they're gonna get killed.
They're gonna be eradicated from history.
Okay.
So, is Eren Yeager right about going to try and kill the world for his people?
Fuck. But his people are dangerous.
His people are dangerous, fam. His people are dangerous because they can.
So he wanted to kill everyone else but his people and just have his people.
Yeah. Now I have a theory.
That's a good question.
Now I have a theory because it ties into the end of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Check this out. At the end of Attack on Titan, fam, it shows what happens. Spoiler, my bad. Spoiler. Like, this is big spoiler.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's big spoiler.
Uh-huh.
Eren Yeager dies. He gets killed in his attempt to destroy the rest of the world. But what happens? They show his head gets buried, right? Because that's like all that's left of him.
Yeah.
He gets buried at this tree. And there's a time lapse of the tree, and it shows what happens to his people's land.
Okay.
over centuries. And what happens is, even though that Titans no longer exist, even though his people are no longer in danger, war still happened. War still happened. They kept fighting, and the same shit went on and on and on. And history repeated itself. But if Eren Yeager succeeded, would he have been right?
But they didn't give that side. They only gave the ones
that side never existed. So was Eren right, fam? Was he right? Because if you think about it this way, if everybody on Earth that was left was a Titan,
I don't think
they wouldn't be fighting because that's their people. The moment, but the fucked up part is you're killing like 80% of humanity.
No, because it sucks that you told me that, because now I think he's right. Because there's a bias now. But Loki, when you first told me the question,
You
it's
think
like
he's wrong.
utilitarianism is like try to not kill as much people. Like if there's 20% of the giants and 80% of the world, fuck it, just get rid of the giants because it's less. You know what I mean? I would say that.
Yeah, but now with that idea, he was technically right. With the ending, he was right.
Yeah.
With the ending, he might have been right, fam.
But he might have also been wrong, because it's like, what if there's it would have happened the same thing. If there was Titans that reproduced, the cycle would have continued no matter what.
No, because okay, I have a question. I have a really good question for you. And this
What the fuck is Black Power about this? Nigga, your pyramid, they done took the capstone off your shit. That's showing you they separated your mind from your body. So you talking about Black Power through this. This ain't worth, I couldn't even wipe my ass with this. It'll cut my ass. So with that being said, this ain't even worth me cleaning myself, let alone feeding myself. Black Power is when you can establish your own motherfucking economy instead of trying to liberate yourself through the economy that sold you. You was the first motherfucker that this dollar was worth. Now you gonna take the dollar and try to make yourself worth something through the dollar? You gotta be the stupidest motherfucker that's talking about revolution that I ever seen. Black Power is when you can get your own shit. See, we not asking for nothing. We're not asking you, we telling you. We're not asking you for no water. Bitch, give me these watermelons. What y'all trying to do? That's Black Power. Black Power is, I do what the fuck I wanna do, and if I'm wrong, my people gonna be the authorities. You ain't motherfucking my judge. You not. Send me to Africa and let them sentence me. Because I tell you what, how many Chinese motherfuckers you see in jail? I've been to prison. Ask me how many Chinese motherfuckers I sent to jail. None. Because when they get in trouble, China deal with them. But we talking about Black Power. Then you silly, stupid motherfuckers keep talking about, so we gonna put our money together. Bitch, it's not your money. It's not yours. It's not yours. So we talking about Black Power. If you not talking about full-scale revolt, sit your dumb ass down, nigga. Sit your dumb ass down. It's not gonna work. It ain't gonna motherfucking work. What the fuck is Black Power about this?
You're 16. Where does your inspiration come from?
Believe it or not, being 16, I've been through a lot, so...
Come on, how much heartbreak can you have at 16?
We were hooking up, but I said, hey, this is not going any farther. I'm a virgin, and I don't want to lose it this way. And that didn't matter to them. They did it anyways. And I internalized it, and I told myself it was my fault because I still went in the room with him. I still hooked up with him. Here was the thing. I was a part of that Disney crowd that publicly said they were waiting till marriage. I didn't have the romantic, first time with anybody. That was not it for me, and that sucked. And then I had to see this person all the time.
You're 16. Where does your inspiration come from?
I believe that Alzheimer's and dementia are permanent ego. I believe that Alzheimer's and dementia are permanent ego deaths, and this is why. If you're not spiritual, just scroll. But if you are, you probably heard that we're all just source energy. And when an ego death happens, we return back to source and become one with everything. Well, that had me thinking. During Alzheimer's and dementia, a person experiences memory loss of all kinds that eventually leads to a vegetable state. Some even start retrieving memories which they never lived. And spiritually, it would almost make perfect sense that these illnesses are just the slow return back to source. Because all this memory loss leads to a vegetable state where all ego is disintegrated. Almost the same as an ego death experienced on psychedelic. Only this time is permanence. And in terms of them experiencing things they never lived, the collective consciousness holds all thoughts and memories that all humans ever had and will have. And when the ego starts to disintegrate, we start tapping into source energy, filling up the ego fragments that we lost during the illness with that which we tap into in the collective consciousness that could have been from other humans or beings. This is all just theory I would eventually love to prove, but what do you think? And if you want to reach your highest spiritual potential, check out the top of my page for more help. I believe that Alzheimer's and
Hey y'all, check the beginning of this movie out from the movie The Creator. I definitely think some of this is accurately true for the future.
Welcome to the future of robotics. Let them help you. Chores around the house, there isn't anything they can't do. The next marvelous advancement in robotics is artificial intelligence. By studying the human brain, we have given independent thought and life to robots, allowing them to join the American workforce almost like real people.
Now, a new technology is bridging the gap between humans and AI, making us closer than ever. By scanning your own facial features, we can give them to a fully robotic body, making them more human than human. With a simulant, the future's never looked better.
AI is integrated into all parts of our day-to-day life. They cook our meals. They drive our cars. They are our civil servants, keeping the peace. And with the new state-of-the-art defense system,
Hey y'all, check the beginning of this movie out from the movie The Creator. I definitely think some of this is accurately true for the future.
This is the most dangerous.
WTF.
5 signs you're spiritually ascending.
If you've been following me, you know I think.
Y'all, is that me or did Popeyes serve me brain in my chicken? Please tell me this is not a chicken brain, because this looks like chicken brain and it was in my food and it was covered in batter, and as I was eating, I'm like, this don't look right. Pull the batter off of it and it looks like a brain. This is a brain. I know what a brain looks like. That's a brain. Popeyes, we got beef. Y'all, is that me or did Popeyes?
Why are angels so human?
Billie Eilish stopped in the.
This is a trap.
The Mr.
What is that, y'all? Do y'all see the face on that?
Yeah, I see a face.
Wait a minute, is this real? I've never seen this type of bug before. Is this real? This looks like a Pokemon bug. This looks like a new Pokemon bug, y'all. What? Is this real? I need to know. Please tag. It's the real truth.
Said the Hawk. You look like the Hawk. That's what I was saying. You look like the Hawk.
They hide the real fifth element. It's called ether. Ether is the base of all physical matter, also known as spirit or aether. It's a substance that connects the astral to the physical world. It's on either side, which is why the word together has ether in it, because it joins the two dimensions. Ether or spirit is always on the top because it's the most important element. They've demonized the middle finger because the middle finger is the etheric element. The ether gives birth to the other 4 elements. It's the base of all physical matter. The elements not only correspond with the body and the fingers, they correspond with your skull. Elements always go in this order. Earth at the bottom, water sits on top of the earth, which is water going in the mouth. Air goes through the nose because we breathe. Fire goes through the eyes, which is light. Spirit is the third eye, ether. Ether is the only element symbol with a circle. Circles are eternal, no beginning, no end. Skull is a circle because it holds the spirit, the ether. The word element has El meaning God, ment meaning mind, God mind. Elements only exist within our mind because our mind is being projected into this simulation. The link is in the bio for the Book of Wisdom PDF. It gets updated every month with new pages. They hide the
Glance, police.
Nature can cure any disease in the entire world. What do I mean by this? Certain herbs that literally grow from the ground can literally heal you. Elderberry for fighting diseases. Olive leaf destroys bacteria. Garlic reduces cancer. Any disease you can think of can literally be cured. You don't even need to go to a doctor to get treatment, because all they're gonna do is prescribe you something called synthetic pills. These pills don't even heal you fully. They just mask the problem. It's like putting a band-aid over a bullet wound. It's not gonna heal anything. The reason they don't want to cure you fully is because this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. This is just cancer treatments. Medical miserror is the third causing lead of death in America. Nobody talks about this. Professional doctors are the third causing lead of death in the US. This is why you guys need to start researching certain herbs and foods to heal you. Because I'm telling you this right now, these pills are not going to cure you. Anyways, I love y'all. File for more. Nature can cure.
First glance, police say it looks like this cashier, Sasha Dela Cruz, is ringing up purchases from another customer at this Port St. Lucie Walmart. But investigators say the loss prevention staff figured out she was breaking the law.
And so they discovered that the cashier was not ringing up all the items and was voiding a lot of items that were coming through there. But it was...
Detectives say the customer, Ricardo De La Cruz Padilla, is the cashier's father. Police arrested the father-daughter pair after they were questioned at the store.
He did say that, they came up with this idea that, she would go over there and make sure that he had some items. They were still looking back and still investigating for December and January.
First glance, police say it looks like this cashier, Sasha Dela Cruz, is...
You know why they're giving us fucking free French fries? Did you see the report? Their profits for the third quarter alone were $6.7 billion fucking dollars. What kind of idiots are we here in America to take this shit that is not fit for a fucking dog and put it up your ass? At what point are you going to fucking realize they're not fucking going away? It's either them or us. $6.7 billion in profits in 3 fucking months. You don't see a motherfucking problem with that, right? Let's keep these motherfuckers in business. What's going on? Wake the fuck up. These fat fucks are sitting over in the Cayman Islands printing money and laughing at us. Thank you, McDonald's, for your free $3.90 fucking cents. Keep jumping in line, you fat fucks. I wonder if they're donating to maybe the Diabetic Association. Maybe they're gonna give us some money for the cancer fucking thing that they're causing us. What the fuck is wrong with us? Will you just roll the fuck up and wake the fuck up? God, Jesus! Tired of doing your goddamn work for you. Wake the fuck up, America. They're fucking killing us. Wake the fuck up. You know why they're giving us fucking free French?
That's real. That's real right there. That's funny. That was a
if you're watching this video.
Okay, what up, TikTok?
I'm gonna say some of these. That's so disturbing. Seeing stuff like that.
Balcony. It's about 10 o'clock at night. It's almost dark. It's amazing. You can see the moon shining and reflecting brilliantly on the water. But then as you pan to the left, it's actually still daylight over here. And the sunset. Look at that beauty. And it won't ever completely settle over there. It will stay light. Over here.
The video I just showed you is only possible on a flat earth. The sun and the moon are both inside of the firmament.
Right.
The sun and the moon. And they go in a circle corresponding to each other. And this is exactly why we see the sun and the moon at the same time sometimes. Sometimes we'll see the moon during the day because we live on a flat earth and the sun and moon is inside the firmament.
Balcony. It's about 10 o'clock at night.
That makes sense. Alright. That was a interesting video right there, I'm not gonna lie. You already know, about to go ahead and end it up right here. An hour long worth of TikToks right there. Creepy, scary, weird, strange TikToks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, good health, just wealth. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Let's make today an abundant day today. All right. And get you a fruit in today, man. Whatever fruit you want to choose from. And if you don't, it's all right. Make sure you go outside and get some nature at least, because nature is always here. All right. But yeah, peace. I'll see you guys in the next one.